What is up, you guys? Tana Ashley here, and I want to talk about goals today. We are already in month 2 of this new year. So how are those New Year's resolutions going? You feeling motivated? Are you accomplishing what you said you were going to accomplish this year? Or are you still kind of stuck in that whole cycle of like, I keep making these promises to myself and I keep breaking them? Anyone on here breaking promises to themselves? I was guilty of that. And I was kind of guilty of it this morning, to be totally honest, you guys. I did not want to get out of bed this morning. The weather's been very overcast here in Vegas for the past week or so. So it makes me want to sleep in. And I did sleep in. I slept in all last week. I usually wake up at 5:30. I've been waking up on average 6:30ish, and it definitely sets me back for the day, because when I wake up at 5:30, I usually will have some educational stuff I listen to, and since I was so crunched on time, I didn't have time to actually do that. Sorry if you could hear my printer. I didn't realize how loud that thing was. Anyways, so if you are struggling with motivation, if you are struggling with your goals, this live is for you. And I just want you to know you're not alone, you guys. This happens to everyone. And so first things first, if you are struggling to get out of bed, this is what I'm going to be doing tonight to get myself out of that habit of hitting snooze. Ready for it? All right. Tip number one, I'm putting my phone on the other side of the room. Okay? My phone's going to be in my retreat. So then when my alarm goes off in the morning, I actually have to get my ass out of bed, go hit my alarm to make sure it is off, and you're more likely to actually stay out of bed. So I can turn on a song right there, get myself moving and grooving and feeling mighty fine. Okay, so tip number 2. Play music or play a motivational speech, something that gets you fired up, wakes you up. And then last but not least, get your body moving. So dancing, if jumping is your thing, whatever you want to do that. My biggest thing is I like to wake up, I like to give thanks, and then I like to start dancing and waking myself up. And that is the quickest way to get motivated to accomplish your goals. And now going into staying motivated and actually sticking to your goals. The biggest thing to do is actually writing down your goals. So many people skip this part because they're just like, well, my goal's in my head. I don't need why would I write it down? That's just a waste of time. It's not a waste of time, you guys. In order to truly map out your future, it is super, super important to write down your goals. I make my clients do this. My clients that go through my rewire, they have a dream board of what their life will look like because they're working with me. So they'll take a picture of their dream body. They put that on there, the dream vacation that they're going to go on once they accomplish this body, how life is going to be so much better when they are in their dream body, because that is the biggest thing. We all want confidence, we all want happiness, and we just think one day we're going to wake up and have that. But it takes work. It takes working on your goals every single day to build that confidence. And when you have that confidence, you do become a lot happier. So I always make sure we start with writing down our goals. And then second, we have to break down those goals. So if your goal is to drop 50 pounds, you can feel extremely overwhelmed, looking at that number, oh my gosh, this is going to take forever. But if you break down that number and say, I'm going to lose 2 to 5 pounds a week, that's a lot more oh, okay, I got this shit. I'm not overwhelmed anymore. So that's the second tip, is break down your goal. Make it a weekly goal. I'm going to drop 2 to 5 pounds. Okay? Then last but not least, have a game plan that'll actually back what you want to accomplish. So if your goal is to drop 2 pounds a week, cool. What are you going to do every single day to actually get you there? Let's just say I'm going to do intermittent fasting. That'll be my first thing because it's really easy to do. It's completely free, and all you have to do is mess with your eating windows and you're good to go. So let's say you're going to do intermittent fasting. Second, I'm going to stay on top of my water. And then third, I'm going to stop eating fast food. It can be that simple, you guys, but we overthink this whole process and it holds us back. So when you do that, you're just standing in your own way. And then when you're looking at your overall goal and you feel overwhelmed by that, that's you standing in your own way. And it is our brain's job to protect us. So it is totally normal. Like when we want to step outside of our comfort zone, like losing weight is so against what our bodies are created to do. So our brain is going to do everything in its power to protect you. And so it's a very normal thing. You're ready. I love it. So it's a very normal thing to do. You have to talk yourself out of it every time to stick with what's comfortable and actually do what you need to do to accomplish something that you've never accomplished. And I always tell people, like, stop doing these super restrictive diets. Like, that's the number one thing that is fucking you up, okay? Excuse my language, but it is the number one thing fucking you up every single day. Doing 2 restrictive diets, sitting in the gym all day, not even really sitting, but if you're like working out all day in the gym, guess what? Like, you are overworking your body. You are becoming extremely drained, exhausted, and it doesn't make the journey enjoyable. And if you want to stick to this actually long term, it needs to be enjoyable. You need to really like what you do. You can't do these short-term diets and go super restrictive because you'll drop that 20 pounds, but guess what? You'll also gain it back. So you really need to figure out a healthy balance for yourself. And if you have no idea how to get started, anything of that sort, I am booking calls this week. So slide in them DMs or head on over to the link in my bio. Go ahead and book your call now, fill out your application, and be on time for our Zoom call so we can get you ready for bikini season. Because next month, it's going to be spring break, okay? And you know what spring break is? All the crazy, like, college girls flashing their boobs and, like, shaking their butts. I mean, that's really not the spring break I'm used to, but we want to make sure we feel confident in a bikini. And if that is what you want to accomplish, we need to start now, you guys. We have probably 6 weeks until bikini season. And if you can drop 2 pounds a week, that's 18 pounds. Like, wait, yeah. Was that? No, 6 weeks. I'm really good at math. It was kind of like that whole, like, vaccine video that's been going around. We have 200,000 Americans and then 600,000, and it's enough for 300. What? Brian and I, we went to the same math class. Okay, but 6 weeks, if you drop 2 pounds a week, that's 12. It's 12 pounds. But 12 pounds really makes a difference, especially if you're short like me. If I gain 12 pounds, you'll be able to tell, especially in my face. So let's take advantage of these next 6 weeks and get you feeling confident, get you feeling healthy, sexy. So then that way when you put on your bikini, you are just rocking it. You want to be like one of those college girls, just, wow, I accomplished my dream body, right? Okay, I'm done being ridiculous. So I love you all. I appreciate you all. Let's kick some ass. Let's take some names. It's a new month, so let's dominate this shit, okay? All right. I love you.